Welcome to Bianca's Playhouse Talk Show. I am your host, Bianca, and we are live inside the Playhouse with Young Rev.
What's going on, y'all?
And tonight we are here to talk all about you.
Yeah.
So I had the opportunity of seeing Young Rev plenty of times, unfortunately, not knowing that he was uber freaking talented. I met him at Nicole without the E, Miss Taylor's event. I saw him just shopping one day, and I had no idea how amazing he was until I'm scrolling down my timeline and I see a video that he posted on IG of him rapping. So we're going to talk about all of this today. His talent, what he's been doing, what he's working on right now, relationship stuff, some good stuff. We're going to talk about all of that. So Young Rev, first and foremost, I appreciate you coming and drinking this pink wine with me. I should have got something a little more manly and
it's all good.
Look, this was my pick, everybody. This was not his pick. This was my pick. It is the Playhouse. So why don't you tell everybody a little bit about you, where you're from, and all that good stuff.
All right, well, pretty much, I'm born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland. My name is DeAndre Tucker, for people that don't know. My artist name is Young Rev. For people that don't know who I am, I'm a rapper, inspirational artist. I've been rapping since like 2009.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, since 2009. What? Yeah, that's a lot about myself. You just kind of.
So tell me, because 2009, and I'm just seeing you scrolling down my timeline a couple months ago, and you are extremely good. Like, you're very talented. You have a unique style about you. So what's going on? Like, what's this whole 2009 to 2018, and we ain't seeing you on TV yet? Like, what else you got going on? Because it got to be something else, because you are extremely talented.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like it's more on my part. Not really promoting myself. Through the many years, I did have kind of a gap between the 2009 2018, because I was going through a little something in 2009, 10, 11, 12. I was going through something like depression.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of where all my passion comes from, the music, when I came back in 2012.
Okay.
And that's when I got actually saved,
Okay.
Lord and everything. That's where my passion comes from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Okay. It's funny because, not funny, but, depression definitely leads us to God. And once we get to God, then we're able to see ourselves and be able to dedicate time to ourselves. Y'all, the fan is definitely going, because I be sweating. So that journey is pretty much how the journey is supposed to be. Sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself. Definitely. So, okay, that explains it. Because now that I see what's going on your page, and I see your music, and I hear your lyrics, and I feel it, so I definitely know you're going some major places. So what made you start rapping?
Honestly, it was a time in my life where it wasn't even nothing crazy for real. It was just something I saw on TV, something I saw other people doing, and ended up finding the talent in it. And then like later on in my life, just found out I was like really gifted with it, and gifted with wisdom and everything. Just started putting the two together, the talent and the gift, and started intertwining.
Okay. So who inspires you, and where do you get this uniqueness about you, or about your art?
Like I said, definitely it's not really who inspires me, but it's really what inspires me. It's more of the struggle that I went through. Seeing also my mom struggling as well. Stuff like that kind of motivates me to move forward. And what was the second part?
And your unique style. Is definitely not. It's not something that I see in other artists. You know what I mean? Like, everybody pretty much, like Tupac had his style, and then we had a lot of upcoming rappers that kind of took up that style as well. Jay-Z, other rappers had that style, and people kind of mimicked their styles a little bit. Nowadays, Lord knows, who are the Migos mimicking? Like, who?
Right.
But you remind me of a group, not a group, but, that type of thing. Like, the Migos had their own crazy, deranged, wonderful style, and you have that as well, from the sound of your voice to the way you come across with your lyrics. It's all just extremely unique. So where does that come from?
Honestly, it's kind of like a state of being. You know, it's like being myself. I can't really say it's like I have to think about it or anything.
Yeah.
It's just a style. It's just, I don't even see it as a style. I just see it as me being myself as, I guess, the character or whatever.
Okay.
You know, just like that chair right there. It's just being itself.
Right,
It's
right.
not thinking about anything. It's not stressing about anything. It's just being
Right,
itself.
right.
So it's, I guess you would say that's my style. You know,
Right.
just being who I am. You know.
Design. You have already been designed
Yeah.
to be who you are.
Yeah.
And you're just living within that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Definitely want to be able to speak out to people who are suffering from depression so that they can not only get the message but actually see that this is something that's real.
Yeah.
Like, we're not talking about something that, oh my gosh, we saw this on TV.
Mm-hmm.
No, like, this is something that you actually dealt with, and
Yeah.
it took a toll on your life for a few
Yeah.
years, you know, and I've definitely endured it as well, so they're able to hear,
Yeah.
you know, about depression from people who actually suffer from depression.
Yeah.
So we definitely want to talk on that. And then allowing your music to be your outlet,
Yeah.
and allowing your music to actually be something that got you through it.
Mhm.
You know, that's another thing I think that young people, or people in general who suffer from depression,
Mhm.
don't allow themselves to do. And that's what makes them stay
Yeah.
depressed for so long. Because if you like hold up the process by not finding an outlet, then you stay depressed even longer.
So now it's suppression.
Right,
Because there's
suppression.
suppression, all that. You know, music is an expression. It's a way you express yourself. You know?
Absolutely.
If you don't do that, you suppress yourself with all that.
Right. So we're gonna talk about, like, let's not suppress, let's express. I love that. I love that. Okay, we're gonna go on to this next. Let's talk a little bit about your depression, and let's talk about, you know, your outlet and how you were able to get through that. Because you said that was something that kind of affected your life for a few years and pretty much kind of held up your process of you being able to get to where you are now. And I don't want to say held up because that's a bad word, because, you know, we go through it for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, and God designs it the way that He does for a reason. So let's just talk about that.
All right, so say the first question again. I don't know if you
Yeah, I know, it's long. Let's talk about your depression, you know, how it affected you, how you got through it, you know, all that stuff.
Okay, so my depression, honestly, how it started, I'm not even sure. Like, it wasn't even from anything. It was honestly, I mean, I was in a relationship at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she didn't really treat me too well, but I wouldn't really say that it was because of her.
Where's she at? Give me her phone number. Give me your phone number. I'm coming for you, Sai. No, I'm kidding.
I ain't worried about that. Girl.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah. So honestly, I wouldn't even say it was because of anything, you know, or what the cause was. It was honestly probably something that was just, I don't know, like genetic. I don't know, whatever you say. But I mean, honestly, I think it was actually from on my 18th birthday, I did an E pill. I don't know if you know what E is. It's like ecstasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I did an ecstasy pill and kind of changed my life in a way, in a bad way, because you know I put me on a real bad trip. And I'm actually surprised I got through that trip. But
Wow.
once the experience was over, a couple months later, I started experiencing depression. And if you look under the symptoms, I think they say depression is actually a part of the symptoms.
It is.
So I think that was the reason why depression came. So depression started. I was going through depression for like months, and then my mom didn't really like it, you know, because her son was like really going through it. You know, that's not good for a mom to just really, you know, see someone that she's so close to go through something that she can't change or can't help.
Oh my gosh.
You know.
Speak on that. Okay. So let me just stop you right here, because I just want to touch base on this one part real quick as far as the taking the E-pill and taking the drug period. You know, I know that that's something that kids do. That's something that people do in general. You know what I'm saying? Drugs, I think, is the vice that people use to suppress things that are going on. Because when you, I mean, thank God this isn't we're not alcoholics, y'all.
Yeah.
But, you know, alcohol is something that people do to just kind of like calm their nerves and relax a little bit. You know, but once you move to the stronger drugs, then it gets a lot more serious, you know, and it affects you mentally as well as physically. And so I just wanted to talk about that part and kind of point out that for anybody that's going through something, you know, anybody that is feeling like I have to take this in order for me to be able to feel better about what's going on, like, stop right now.
Yeah, it's external.
Stop right now. Because I promise you one thing, it will only make things worse.
Yeah.
It will hold up your process of getting you to where it is that God is trying to get you, and it will also change your life dramatically. You know, unfortunately, or fortunately, because it happened for a reason, I went through the same thing with, you know, my son, and the same exact thing. It wasn't E though, it wasn't E pill, but it still was something, and you know, it's changed his life, you know, you can't go back, you know what I mean? So, you know, when you think about taking something, you know, think about that. Like, you cannot go back and change it. Like, you have to deal with it. So, I know from a mom's point of view, definitely, it was like not being able to change it was the hardest thing in the world. But I was throwing holy water on my I was not playing.
That's exactly what she did.
I'm telling you. Hey, Mom, I'm with you. Let me tell you. I went everywhere. Because people say, like, go to the church, go to the masjid, go to this person. I said, I'm going to all of them. I'm selecting everything, and I'm throwing it on them. And, you know, by God's grace, he's doing better. So, I know it's definitely a process, but it's for a reason, you know, and I believe that things definitely happen for you to be able to be a vessel, you know, and help other people. So I'm happy that you're comfortable with talking about it, because definitely it's something that needs to be talked about.
Yeah, and I feel like it's less talked about.
It is.
You know, I feel like it's I don't know why people don't talk about it, but I mean, I guess it's not really nobody's business. But at the same time, it has to be talked about.
Right.
A lot of people go through. I mean, the way the system in this world has been created is created to put us in a state of mind of depression.
Right.
So I know a lot of people are going through it.
Right, absolutely. Now that you are in a place where you're ready to do your music, you are definitely doing a phenomenal job from what I see. Definitely putting it out there. Where is it that you would like to go with your music?
Universal, worldwide, everywhere. You know, everybody needs a message. You know, and that's who I am. That's my art. That's what my artistry is for, to give the people a message. You know, to help them out of a situation. You know, also to make relatable music. You know, music that everybody can relate to, whether it's religion, whether it's white, black, Latino, whatever. You know, everybody's a person. You know, and every person needs some type of, you know, something that's relatable. So I want my music to go worldwide, you know, nationally.
And you're ready to just like tour everywhere. Get on the plane and just be everywhere. Over there in the UK and Jamaica, you ready to go?
Eat some new food.
Eat some new food. You taking me with you?
I mean, what's up?
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. So who inspires? Right. So who inspires you in this industry, as far as rap artists or just an artist? Period.
I can give a top 4.
Okay.
Ace Hood, Kendrick Lamar,
love him.
J. Cole.
Okay.
He kind of grew on me a little bit. I had to listen to his music a little bit, but J. Cole and what's that last one? And Young Rev.
And Young Rev. Hey, Young Rev number 1. We're gonna go down the list again.
Right.
And are there any other things that you're working on that you would like the people to know about?
Working on, or stuff that's already out?
It can be both. We're definitely going to speak about stuff that's already out and how they can find your music and how they can support your music and your brand. You can tell them about your brand, you know, and stuff like that. And then if you have projects that you're working on, you know, we definitely can talk about that too. So we could do that in 2 takes. So the first take we're going to talk about. So what do you have out now? Because I from the IG page, I see a whole lot on there. So tell us about what you got going on now.
Well, what I have out already? Or
out already.
Okay, so what I have out already is I have a mixtape that's on SoundCloud called Being Myself, the Mixtape.
Okay.
I have different songs on there called Think For Yourself, Saying Something, Don't Lose Yourself, you know, just a lot of get you out your situation type of music.
Okay.
That's what Being Myself was about, was me being myself, you know, and me finding myself and putting all the wisdom that, you know, I found within myself and putting it in that mixtape.
Okay.
And so that's on SoundCloud right now. And what I have, also putting that work, new song, finished that like a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah, music video, that's doing pretty well. It's doing like 40,000, almost 40,000 views now.
40,000. Lord, please send me 40,000 views on anything. But I'm sure it's well worth it. Like I'm definitely sure it's worth the view. So we're gonna definitely check that out.
Definitely. And putting that work was basically a song, real quick, was basically a song about, you know, just I live my life according to the scripture, walk by faith and not by sight.
Okay.
You know, and you know, walking by faith and not by sight is like without faith without works is dead. You know,
Yeah.
so if you got the faith with no works, then you ain't gonna get nothing. If you got the works with no faith, you ain't gonna get nothing. So
Right.
that inspired me to put in that work. You know,
Okay.
video, so.
That's hot.
Mhm.
I love even the name, the concept, all of it.
Yeah,
Definitely hot.
definitely.
So what other things, Young Rev, do you have going on out other than just the music?
I have a business called Creative Minds.
Okay.
It's an entertainment company, so we do videography, photography, music production. In the future, we probably gonna do food and all that, but that's all in the future. So that's the main three things right now is photography, video, and music production. And you know, it's the mission statement was basically to spread positivity through all those services, and you know, spread positivity through the videos, photography, and all that stuff.
Okay.
So,
The name in itself
Creative
definitely
Minds.
is like positive, like, you know, and I think it's inspiring because there's so many people that have creative minds. You just gotta tap into
Yeah,
it.
you gotta
You
tap
gotta
into
make sure you know, like, hey, boo,
yeah.
come on now, you got a creative mind.
You gotta ask yourself the question too: is how do you tap into your creative mind? You know, as you have to learn how to clear your mind so you can actually see what your heart is trying to tell you.
Absolutely.
You know, and if you don't have a clear mind, you know, your mind is actually a creating tool.
It definitely
if you're
is.
thinking with the creating tool, you start creating realities in your heart.
Definitely.
You
You
know?
know, that goes into speaking positivity and speaking, you know, greatness and goodness within yourself, because we always have that self-doubt and we're always so hard on ourselves, and you know, it's not all the time that we're able to motivate ourselves mentally, and I don't think people often know that, like, the most important thing you could do for yourself is to say, I am great. I'm going to be great. It's to just speak life and speak greatness into you, because and believe it. That faith in yourself is so important. Yes. So, Young Rev, where can everybody find your music and just be able to support you?
You guys can follow me at young__Rev on Instagram. That's young2_ REV on Instagram. On SoundCloud, that's REV547. You see all the positive music on there. You're going to see a lot of new music coming soon. And on Facebook, that's DeAndre Tucker.
So make sure you guys are checking that out. So I see you be taking some awesome pictures. You do some great photography. And I know that there's some people out there that would love some photography work. And they're looking for great photographers. So you should go ahead and tell everybody right now where they can find you.
You guys can follow the Creative Minds page on Instagram. That's creative.minds.ent. Once again, that's creative.minds.ent on Instagram, and also on Facebook, that's Creative Minds on Facebook. So if y'all need some photos done, photo work, video work, music production coming soon because we gotta get our equipment back, just hit us up. And also go to my personal page, Young Rev, to see the number on that page, and also the number on Creative Minds page as well if you need some work.
As you know, Young Rev, Bianca's Playhouse Talk Show is pretty much about relationship topics. We talk about love, lust, sex, you know, all that good stuff, you know, things that go on in the bedroom that should or shouldn't, you know, all that good stuff. So, first and foremost, I'm just curious to know, because you are extremely a cutie.
Definitely, thank you.
You're welcome. Is there a special someone in your life? Ooh, did y'all hear that? Y'all know what? Bianca's cougar-ism almost went off, but I turned the radar off immediately because we don't want to mess Young Rev's life up.
So I keep my comments to myself.
Let me turn the cougarness off. Okay, but so being a young single man, you definitely are respectable. I can tell that you're, you know, a respectable type of guy. But what would be a date with you? What would it be like to be on a date with Young Rev?
I mean, it'd definitely be respectable. I mean, it'd be everything. I mean, I guess you say, well, a female, you know, would like, you know, my mom raised me well, so I do know, you know, how to treat a female right and everything.
Okay.
Wonderful conversation, eye contact,
Okay.
you know, phone in my hand, all that stuff, you know, good time.
Okay, okay. So you opening doors, you still believe in the whole opening doors and stuff thing as well?
Opening doors?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. It's 2018 and some dudes be like, what? Like, no, like she can open the door. Like, what's wrong with her hands?
Yeah, that's automatic with me. I don't even think about it. It just happens.
It just happens.
I even open the door for my mom still.
That's a beautiful thing. That definitely shows that you were raised right. So what type of woman are you interested in? Like what type of person definitely catches your eye?
Someone that loves themselves. You know, someone that can do for themselves. You know, I don't want to take care of nobody's daughter. You know, I ain't trying to take care of nobody, but I'm willing to take care of it. But you know, it's got to be a 50-50 thing. You know,
yeah.
Somebody that has goals for themselves. You know, of course that's loyal to me and also to take care of me as well. You know, 50-50 thing. You know, it's a lot of things. You know? Okay. So you know, in the earlier part of our conversation, I remember you saying that, you know, you were in a relationship that kind of ended and it wasn't so good. Yeah. You weren't treated so well. And that's something that you don't often hear about. You hear about women being mistreated by men all the time, but you rarely hear about a woman mistreating a man. Yeah. And so clearly we know that it actually happens. It does. So just for our viewers and people that are watching, especially some ladies who may be unaware that they are mistreating their man, what are some of the things that a woman could do that would be a turnoff or would make you feel bad as a man? I mean, just think about the things that she did.
Okay, yes. Tell us what she did so we don't do them, so that we know. You know.
I mean, it was small things, big things as well. You know, back in the day, I was still in school, in high school. I think it was my 12th grade year. You know, I wasn't driving then, but she would have me. I would come to her house. She'd have me just standing outside her house while she in the house. While you know, I'm just sitting out there, you know, and she in the house just doing whatever she's doing. She'll come outside and check on me for like 1 minute and just go back out there. I'm like, well, look, I mean, I could be home right now. I could be going somewhere, you know, doing something for myself right now. I'm just wasting my time. And everything.
Leaving him waiting. It's not okay. It's not okay.
Leaving me waiting. I mean, I ain't gonna talk too much about that, but just in general, what can be a turnoff to me is, of course, unloyalty. You know, wasting my time. You know. Not being confused and not knowing what you want. Right. You know, because I mean, I'm 24 now, about to be 25 in December. Right. I'm in a situation now where I'm going places and I can't do the games no more. Maybe when I was younger and everything, but I'm getting a little older now, so. You about to be famous. You gotta have somebody that's like, you know, definitely loyal. And I gotta find them now, kind of, you know. Right. Not rushing, but at the same time now, because I can't find somebody when I'm up there, you know, not. Because it'll be hard for you to know it's real. Exactly. So. I mean, it's many things that's a turn off. Those are the main things. She's not being loyal and. You know. Okay. So, how do you feel about cougars? Psych, kidding. Kidding. Okay, calm down, y'all. No, but okay. What is are you? I was about to say what is another place, but are you the type of guy that likes to do romantic type dates? Are you spontaneous? You know, I mean, because you are, Lord, you are, baby. You know, you are, but you know, I definitely, again, can see that you know, you're very respectful. So you seem low-key, not too flashy. So what type of romantic things do you like to do? Like the beach, you know, candlelight dinners, you going to the movies? I like doing all that stuff, like, you know, coming home, you know, have the bathtub ready for it, all that, the candles. Okay. With the soft music playing? You know, soft music playing. What's your favorite R&B? I got a lot, man. Drew Hill, you got. Okay. Going old school a little bit. Yeah, I'm 90s and all that. Okay. It's a lot of R&B I like, but you know, coming to the bedroom, you know, pedals and all that stuff, like that, you know. Okay. I still believe in stuff like that. I don't know. That's a good thing. You should keep believing in stuff like that, because that's what really keeps everything going. Not just on Valentine's. Right, not just on the birthday. Yeah. Not just on I need some new heels day. Yeah. You know, definitely keeping it spontaneous. So ladies, if you're interested in Mr. Rev, you definitely should go somewhere else because I'm here. That's the last one. I swear to God. No, but you know, honestly, you gotta come correct. You definitely gotta come correct because he's definitely an amazing guy. It has been an awesome time talking with you and getting to know you. I
can't wait to interview you again because I know you're gonna only elevate and be bigger and bigger. Just don't forget about Bianca's Playhouse Talk Show. You know. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in tonight and for checking us out. And make sure you are supporting Young Rev. I promise you, he's the dopest new artist out here. He's not even new, but he's new to you. So make sure you guys are checking him out. Yep. Make sure you guys go to his pages and hit repeat on his video as many times as you can. Thank you guys. I am Bianca.
This is Young Rev.
And we will see you again soon. Yes, shout out to the sponsors. HOS is definitely coming soon. The apparel, the hats, the shirts, the pants. We're working on all of that. So make sure you guys are supporting the sponsors. And this right here is Miss Max Styles. Miss Max Styles is right here in Baltimore. She is one of the barbers. I think one of the dopest barbers in Baltimore. I mean, look at her haircuts. All of these are her cuts. Like, they're so unique. See, I like unique people. You know what I mean? I like people that like doing their own thing. They're
gravitation.
Right. Because, you know, Bianca does her own thing. So, you know, definitely like to pay attention to other people that do things that are super unique as well. And, dang, this might be going on a little bit too long. But the next one was, yeah, she got a lot of haircuts. I was like, which one should I choose? And then I couldn't even make a decision. Look at this transformation, y'all. Look at this. Sick. Yes, go ahead, girl. I see you. Max Styles does her thing. And wait, let's see this is my boo, Nicole without the E. Oh my gosh, she did her hair so good. And these earrings, Nicole, you should go ahead and give me a pair. You know what I'm saying? You should go ahead and hook a sister up, Nicole, because those earrings is dope. And this is Nicole's new shirt line, Shug. I never say Shug, but I said it for you tonight. Papa Lock, Jolly Papa Lock. You locked out of the car, you know what I'm saying? Call Jolly Papa Lock. And again, HOS, we definitely want to support HOS. Oh, who is this? Oh my gracious, who is this? Like, Bianca, you know the Playhouse. So yeah, to support the sponsors. Set them up there, you know what I'm saying? HOS definitely is coming. The apparel is coming. Trust me, I'm working